A migrant worker struck in the rain, for desperate warnings ignored, and a driver with a long history of traffic violations. This case isn't just about one bad turn, it's about what happens when responsibility behind the wheel is repeatedly ignored. What really led to this shocking incident in Telok Ayer? At around 6:45 a.m. on January 4, 2024, during a heavy downpour, visibility was low. A private hire vehicle, PHV, driver, 63-year-old Chua Singkok, was driving a passenger along Cross Street. As he approached a junction to turn into Cecil Street, a 53-year-old migrant worker happened to be crossing the road from the left, holding an umbrella. Seated in the back, Chua's passenger immediately spotted the pedestrian and urgently shouted, "Watch out," not once, but 4 times. Chua ignored all 4 warnings and proceeded to turn, striking the worker directly. Instead of stopping immediately, Chua continued to drive for a few more seconds before finally pulling over. He eventually drove the injured man to Singapore General Hospital. But the migrant worker had already suffered a fractured right hip, requiring surgery, 6 days of hospitalization, and additional recovery leave. For someone working in the physically demanding construction industry, such an injury could derail his livelihood entirely. In court on April 30, Chua pleaded guilty to driving without reasonable consideration causing grievous hurt. The prosecution didn't hold back. Since 1997, Chua had racked up a series of traffic offenses, including speeding, using a phone while driving, and illegal parking. This was not a one-off mistake, it was part of a long-standing pattern of reckless behavior. While Chua's lawyer pleaded for leniency, arguing that he had never violated serious traffic laws and stood to lose his income as a PHV driver, the judge wasn't swayed. He ruled the offenses were indeed serious, especially given the 4 warnings that Chua had disregarded and the severity of the victim's injuries. Chua was sentenced to 6 weeks in jail, and his license was revoked for 5 years. This case raises serious questions. Should drivers with repeat offenses still be allowed behind the wheel, especially in roles involving passenger safety? And are we doing enough to protect migrant workers who build our city but remain some of its most vulnerable road users? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Should there be stricter screening and harsher penalties for commercial drivers with repeat offenses? If you found this report important, hit that like button, share this video to spread awareness, and subscribe to 2230 for more real, impactful stories that matter.